This is Felicia Temple, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Hi, I'm urban Christian artist Kayla James, and you're listening to iLive Radio. iLive Radio. iLive Radio. iLive Radio.
This is Atina, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Hey, this is your boy Easeman. You're listening to iLive Radio, supporting independent artists from around the world.
Hey, peace and blessings. This is Lucia D inviting you to join me each and every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. for Honey Drop here on iLive Radio. Journey with me each week as I spin the latest international sounds in new soul, R&B, hip-hop, and a little taste of everything in between. Every show features independent producers from across the globe in the beats beneath, and the 10 sweetest vibes of the week smooth out the night in the 10 Drop. Honey Drop, each and every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time here on iLive Radio, serving up audible treats like honey, always with a heavy beat drop.
Attention à tous les musiciens, groupes, associations, clubs et organisations qui représentent les styles collectifs de musique à travers le Canada. Le moment est venu de reconstruire nos genres de nations musicales collectives comme le hip-hop, le R&B, le jazz, le soul, le reggae, le gospel et plus unis. La Nation de la musique collective est une organisation à but non lucratif engagée dans le développement de la musique collective. Des adhésions gratuites sont disponibles dès maintenant. La Nation de la musique collective, une seule voix, la force dans l'unité.
Core Platinum, an organization where Indigenous and Black business owners can network, promote, and grow their business. Join their ever-growing Core Platinum website and be seen by customers everywhere. Plus, win jobs posted by interested customers. Looking for a reliable contractor or service? Use Core Platinum's platform to find service vendors, submit service requests, earn referral points, and more. Core Platinum. Sign up is free. Sign up now at mycpg.ca. That's mycpg.ca.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Gwendolyn Collins, aka The Storyteller, and I'm so excited that the Soul Fest Lounge is presenting yet another hashtag The Virgo Lounge event. It's all going down at Tutu's on Saturday, the 6th of August. Doors open at 7 p.m. Live music starts at 8 p.m. Coming with me is Alicia Glover, Micah Chevalier, and for the first time in Canada, Blaze.
Your number one local radio station.
Hey, this is Malik Onay, and you're listening to iLive Radio with some of the best independent soul music from around the world.
Mic check 1 2. Good afternoon, good evening, welcome to Let me just reset my microphone. There you go, that's better. Welcome to the early edition of Soul Expressions. This is the Virgo Lounge takeover. The ladies are out getting food at the moment, but I do have Gina P inside the studio. Playing all things soulful, don't forget. You can catch us on all the platforms. iLiveToronto.com. Download the mobile app from TuneIn. Search for iLive Toronto. You can also catch us on YouTube, on Facebook, on both the J iLive page and the iLive radio page. So before we get to a quick conversation with Gina P and waiting for the arrival of the Virgo Lounge, play some music, just vibe out. This is iLive Radio Toronto. My name's DJ Sessions. This is the early edition of Soul Expressions.
Omar, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
I've never cared much for this. Lord's taken my all for sin, and I'm all chimed out. I've given too much again. I model my life to fit. Showing walls on my knees for this, and it's all planned out. I give up my all to this. I pray not too late this time. I need hope. I stand for what's right, but now I'm giving up the way you told it this time. We can't lose. I stand for what's right, but now I need you. Time won't let go. We let you lead, now we're overcome. No, you won't say no. No matter how I resist, all I see, no, all I see is love and greed. Oh, I pray not too late this time. I need hope. I stand for what's right, but now I'm giving up the way you done this time. We can't lose. I stand for what's right, but now I need you. I need you. Oh, I need you. Fend for what's right. Giving too much for hope. Now I need you. Now I'm giving you.
Hailing from Wales in the UK, Cardiff to be precise. Sound to the degrees.
Too much, I've given too much. Too much, I've given too much.
Former number one
It's all the name.
on the iCharts and over in the UK Soul charts.
It's all the name. All the name.
Check out their album, Available on Bandcamp and all streaming platforms. That's The Degrees.
Hey, this is Kenya, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
This is Sita, and you're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio.
Hey, what's up? This is Izane, and I'm rocking with iLive Radio, where they're always supporting independent artists and their music, and their music, and their music, and their music, and their music.
Give you something brand new, hot off the press. Searchlight.
Baby girl, can't you see that I'm looking for you in my
featuring KS Roosevelt.
Listen girl, can't you see that
Track entitled Journey.
for you in my journey? Can't you see that I've been searching over rough waters for you? Can't believe that I've been neglecting love, thinking that it wasn't true. Guide me through the times that matters, 'cause in this life it always seems I'm lost with answers. Show you care with all your passion, and in return I'll show you love that's everlasting, yeah. Baby girl, can't you see that I'm looking for you in my journey? Listen girl, can't you see that I'm looking for you in my journey? I've been searching over rough waters for you. Can't believe that I've been neglecting love, thinking that it wasn't true. Guide me through the times that matters, guide me, 'cause in this life it always seems I'm lost with answers. Show you care with all your passion, and in return I'll show you love that's everlasting, yeah.
You're listening to iLive Radio.
iLive Radio.
iLive Radio.
Changing the way you listen to radio.
Just help me find my way. Know that I'll have it all. I can find my own song. Just help me find my way. seems so sure I ought to be.
Brand new J Soul and B Jamel. Track it out to Flower. Don't forget the EP's coming out August the 19th, and we'll be doing our own listening party here with Lucia D with iLive Radio Toronto. So we're about to get into some conversation right after this track with Gina P, discussing last night's Soulfest Lounge. I tell you, man, if you missed it, that's your problem, my friend. Shouts out to everyone that came down, took the time to come down, and saw an absolute masterclass in performance excellence. I kid you not. All right, so let me see if I can switch this camera. I'm doing like 50 things at once. We're still waiting for the Virgo Lounge ladies to come in. I'm gonna turn on Gina P's microphone. Gina P, what's going on?
Yeah, not too much. Just still absorbing last night.
You're still smiling.
I'm still smiling.
Gina's been smiling since last night.
I've been smiling since the week before they got here.
All right. So last night was the Soulfest Lounge.
Yeah.
You know, you performed at the Soulfest Lounge last month, and then obviously the Virgo Lounge is something we do every time we do a Soulfest Lounge or start the series. We always bring the Virgo Lounge up to perform at Tutus. So shouts out to Tutus for being such an accommodating host last night. Where can you start? Where can we start? Where can we start about this whole experience?
It's a whole experience. I mean, I knew that from Soulfest Lounges a couple of years back when I first met the crew. So it was an instant vibe when they're there. Like, it's a whole experience actually for them on stage. So knowing they were coming back, it was super exciting. Just the rehearsal. We were losing it. I was there with Black Orchid and the band, and first notes out of their mouth, we're looking at each other like, "Are you serious right now? This is rehearsal."
This is rehearsal.
Yeah, it was already a vibe, so that just sort of carried through.
Yeah, so I know that the ladies are out trying to find food right now, and they head home tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was a incredible experience from the perspective of just the sheer execution. It was the first time that Blaze has been in the building. First time she's been in the building. Yeah. And just the way she fitted in with the usual crew. And first time I've heard her sing live in person.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah, she's a force.
She's definitely a force. So what for you last night? What was the highlight of the night?
Well, I mean, I have a unique perspective of getting a chance to share a stage with them, or at least a side stage as it was, because we were pretty full. It was my honor and pleasure to be able to sing some harmonies with the ladies, just because of the caliber. It's A game all the way. As you can hear, my voice is gone because I gave it to them yesterday. So for me, the highlight was actually the way they kicked it off, even with Spanish Joint, the way they kicked it off. They're already in like 4 parts, killing it, and just setting that whole vibe. And then the other highlight was being able to do the song with Blaze, Everlasting Love. Like that middle part is the part. So, and just feeling that whole energy. So that was a highlight for me for sure.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I mean, they started off with Spanish Joint, which was obviously the D'Angelo classic.
Yeah.
With their own vibe, and I think that really kind of kicked off everything.
Yeah.
And I know myself and Ray Robinson were looking at that. Okay, they're going to do these tracks. They're going to take a break.
Yeah.
We're going to talk in the break, and then, boom, we're going to come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, the break didn't happen.
No, break didn't happen. It was too good. Like, I think they were just having too much fun, and that's the fun of the Virgo Lounge too, right? It's a whole vibe. It's energy. So you go with the flow. I mean, we had a plan, and but then the plan needed to change. So it was good.
See, the plan needs to change, but you should have let us know.
Well, we didn't. I didn't know
You
either.
didn't know either, right?
Let's go with it.
Gwenny was just changing it as she was going.
That's it. Real time.
Yeah, real time changing.
She's a good read of the room. So yeah.
It was good. It was great. It was great.
So great.
For those people that didn't get a chance to go down and see it, if you follow us on Instagram, iLive Radio, at iLive Radio, you'll be able to get we recorded the whole event. You may not get the full oral experience, but you will definitely get an understanding of the vibe that was down there. And the whole thing was stream live. So make sure you go down and check that out on Instagram. Yeah, so make sure you do that. All right, so it's kind of difficult to talk about the Virgo Lounge and the Virgo Lounge not exactly here in the building.
Yeah.
Right, so what we'll do, we'll get some more music. I'll ping them, see where they're at. They're supposed to be doing a takeover, but they're feeding their faces somewhere at some Thai restaurant, just chilling.
I don't know if they're just chilling, but
they're chilling.
There may be chilling.
Chilling.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean it was great.
All right, this is Soul Expressions. There's Gina P inside the studio with me, and there's definitely a lot of echo off this microphone. See, when I put a really good microphone in here, see what happens? Like this, I'm gonna have to change it over to another one. All right, so this is Soul Expressions. My name is DJ Sessions. Let's try and get with some more music here. Let me try to see if I can pull out something here. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go this way. Let's do this.
Kissing my melanin, all your heat waves are caressing me, massaging me, embracing me. You frequently fill my fantasies, satisfy your needing me. Salutations with the lips when I feel you, you feel me.
Sounds of the Amp Fiddler. Alongside Blue Beat Labs. And Feel Me. Back across the pond. Sounds of the Alonzo Davis. And Love, Don't Love You Back.
I just don't know why you choose to lie instead of telling the truth. So full of shit, my baby. I just can't describe how stupid I feel that I believed all the words you said. Now you're gone, but you're still in my head. I bet you're sorry that you got caught. You ain't even gotta say a thing, 'cause now I see just who you are. And now it's been 6 months here without you, 'cause one for you will never do. And monogamy for me is true, no exceptions to the rule. Anyone know it hurts when I don't love you back, and you just try and try and try and try. And I don't love you back, giving it all and getting nothing, all and getting nothing. Anyone know it hurts when I don't love you back, you back, you back. I waited for you for such a long time, felt like a lifetime. Was it the wrong time or the right time? You say you love me, but never on my time. Anything I would do for you, and every day I'm still loving you, but you're busy loving everybody else, so I'm better off by myself. I bet you're sorry that you got caught. You ain't even gotta say a thing, 'cause now I see just who you are. And now it's been 6 months here without you, 'cause one for you will never do. And monogamy for me is true, no exceptions to the rule. Anyone know it hurts when I don't love you back, and you just try and try and try and try. And I don't love you back, giving it all and getting nothing, all and getting nothing. Anyone know it hurts when I don't love you back, you back. Anyone know it hurts when I don't love you back, and you just try and try and try and try. And I don't love you back, giving it all and getting nothing, all and getting nothing. Anyone know it hurts when I don't love you back, you back, you back. Love, love, when love, love don't love you back. Love, love, when love, love don't love you back. When love, love, when love, love don't love you back. When love, love, when love, love, love don't love you back.
This is the way I made my mistake, doing the same thing again and again, the same every day, what I had done. Done this to myself. I'm gonna have to learn to live with the pain of the past and forgive, forgive, forgive. What I had done, what I had done, what I had done, what I had done, what I had done. These are the days words I cannot replace. This is the maze I made. This name ain't the same what I had done. And I'm not gonna lie, this life ain't worth a lie. No, I'm not gonna lie, this life ain't worth the fight. What I had done, 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 what I had
Check 1 2 2 2 1 2.
get all my feelings. He stole all my loving for sure. If you wanna love me, you better find him. Build a 6-foot wall around me.
See, I have to stand up in my own studio right now. Microphone sounds like garbage. Thank you.
Gotta find him. Put him on a cross, ask him.
All right, we have the Virgo Lounge in the studio trying to get ourselves organised. I'm trying to stand in a position so you can see the lovely ladies without me getting in the way.
Handle the stress. He get all my feelings. He stole all my loving.
Mic check. That's better.
If you wanna love me, you better find him. He get all my feelings. He stole all my loving for sure. If you wanna love me, you better find him. I'll take you to my shrine, pitch dark. All the candles down, no spark. Sweetest taboo, I can't be into you. Your love is new, my heart breaks. I'm losing faith, my life at stake. Save me, be brave for me. Save me, be brave for me. He did all my feelings. He stole all my love.
Okay.
If you wanna love me,
put my glasses on.
Hear all that? All the movement in the studio.
There's Micah. Okay.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, you all ready?
Yeah. Stay on ready. We stay on ready. What?
All right. Okay. Welcome to iLive Radio Toronto. Welcome back to the Virgo Lounge. Alicia, Blaze, Gwendolyn, and Micah. Welcome to the station, ladies. How are you?
Good. Great.
Excellent, excellent. I'm going to try and work out how I'm going to do these, because you guys are, microphones are pretty close, so it's this one that's the problem.
Because you know I'm loud.
Well, it's
Or
because
this one picks up more.
yeah, no, because it's a Shure SMB7. These are microphone. That's a vocal mic. So yeah, these are podcast mics. Yeah, so I have to adjust your one slightly, Gwenny. All right. So ladies, how have you enjoyed your time in Toronto? Before we get into the conversation about Soulfest Lounge.
It's been good. You know, so this is our third.
Mm-hmm.
This is our
Fourth.
Yeah,
Yep.
fourth. And this is Blaze's first. So it's been cool. Every time has been a completely different experience, depending on what was going on. We've been at different locations. We've had different food. We've had different sleep patterns. So yeah. And we flew into a different airline.
Oh, yeah, this time.
Never flying into Pearson again, but yeah, it's been cool.
What's wrong with Pearson?
I mean, it just the Billy Bishop just seems way easier.
More civilized.
More civilized, quicker, like security.
Yeah.
There's your bag.
Sail through.
Yeah. So right. But yeah, it's been chill. A lot of times because we all, and I think I talked about that last night. We all do other things other than being creatives, right, and entrepreneurs and things of that nature. This. We chill. Like we take this as an opportunity. When I came in, they were like, "Well, why are you here?" I was like, "Girls trip," because this really is an opportunity for us to hang. Like we watched 2 Tyler Perry movies this morning while drinking wine, right?
And eating sandwiches.
Yeah. So we're boring. Like we were planning our naps. I feel like, right?
Yeah. And I need to get to the craft store to get some yarn.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So the life of an independent artist, we're normal people.
Yeah, exactly.
We are so totally normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Doing
Not
normal
boring.
stuff. It's interesting, and I'm glad you come over. It wasn't a case of getting you in, turning you around, flying you out, get a chance to kind of chill out for a little while. We had a barbecue on.
We did.
Yes.
That chicken was good.
It was
Everything was
delicious.
good. We had a
There's
barbecue.
a lot of it too.
Yeah. We had good food.
But we need to work on the bar situation.
What's wrong with the bar situation?
We just really need to get that.
Okay, so we're about to have this conversation with Blaze.
well, that's one of her other many occupations. I'm a bartender.
Oh, no, I get it. I understand. Can you make an old fashioned?
Yes, come on.
Can you make a smoked old fashioned?
A smoked oaf. I don't have that at home, but I do know how to do that.
Perfect.
Okay.
Do you make a mean Negrini?
No.
No.
I do not.
Okay. There you go. You almost got there.
I'm honest.
Well, there's the bar that was outside and there was the bar that was inside.
I saw the bar on the inside. I didn't
think
get a
we all
chance
saw
to
that one.
peruse. But
I think if we would have stayed longer.
Yeah,
We saw it.
If we would have stayed longer.
I would have showed you my bar on the inside.
Yes.
The inside stuff doesn't come to the outside.
Okay. I understood.
It
For
can't.
the peasants.
That's for everybody else.
Yeah.
For the elites. They got
Okay.
So are we not elite?
Next time we
I
gotta go
said-
inside.
He was trying to get us to
I was
stay.
trying to get you to stay.
It was a mixed crowd
Come inside and.
until after a certain hour.
All right. So, before we start talking to you individually,
Okay.
Soulfest Lounge last night. So different venue. This is the third venue I think you've done. So the first time you did DW Alexander, which is always a vibe.
Absolutely.
Then we moved to Friday Roots and Vibes, and that was okay. And then we've gone now to 2-2s, which looks like a vibe, but has its acoustic challenges. Let's put it that way. It's not really built for live events.
I said it just because it has a stage doesn't mean it's a music.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So, but with the lockdowns and venues closing, there's very, very few places for small promoters like ourselves to actually get anything done these days. So we take our shots where we can and do the best we can. But overall, how did you feel? How did you like the crowd? How did you like the energy?
It was a good vibe, The crowd, in my opinion, had really good feedback. They participated with us. I think we fed off of each other's energy throughout the entire night. Yeah. It was nice to hear the feedback afterwards. A word that I heard a lot last night was refreshing. And again, the love of the energy and the love of the vibe, that we brought with us, and it just it was nice to see them pepped up and
yeah. Especially when we did I Know You See Me on it.
Yeah.
we definitely wanted to bring some surprises, and I feel like we did a very good job of, a good mix of, our original material and, some covers. And I felt like the audience actually was able to vibe with us even on some music that they didn't know, because we still tried to bring different elements into it, different sounds that were familiar. And if we weren't trying to kill them with that, then we was killing them with the harmonies. And I really felt like they loved hearing the harmony that we bring, as 4 vocalists on one stage.
Gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. And what about you, Blaze? This is your first foray.
Oh, the crowd was great.
Yeah.
They were great. Yeah. Good feedback, like she said. When we were finished, I went outside, and as people were coming out, they were like, "Oh, thank you guys so much. You were, great. We enjoyed it." Yeah.
Cool. And Micah?
It was fun. I just had fun last night, and it was heartwarming to hear also from some of the other artists here.
Yeah.
And how refreshing it was, like Alicia said, to see the 4 of us supporting each other. Which is, that's just what we do. And, that's part of why I love what we do.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the interesting thing, I think, more than anything, that Toronto artists need to understand is that they need to do more of that stuff. I mean, no offense, you shut down, you have shut down Soulfest Lounge.
We took it out with a bang, huh?
We took it out with a bang.
You took it out with a bang. Like, where can I possibly go after that? What can I possibly do after that type of show? Anyone that was there yesterday who want to come back, they're going to be immediately disappointed because it's not this.
Oh.
But that's the cool thing about the lounge. The lounge is going to give you different flavors. I think everyone's going to always want how crazy we are on stage every time.
Unfortunately.
Really?
You said, okay, so let's take it all the way back to 2017. Were you here 2017?
It was
I
me,
think I came
Alicia,
17.
Is that the open artist?
That's when you had the
open artist program, the first one.
And Sydney Marie was with us.
Sydney Marie. Michael wasn't there, right? No. Okay, so from that first time you guys jumped onto the open artist program and opened up that whole open mic singing thing,
say that.
You shut that down.
I hear that, right? But it just, this is a question that has come up many times, from me to me. What is the dynamic between what we bring versus what is already here?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to be very controversial when I say this. The difference between, I guess, artists in Canada that are in this genre and artists that are in the US in this genre, you guys are immersed in this stuff, right? You are. This is what you do. This is what you do. You love it. You've got, perceived markets or no markets. It doesn't really matter. You can continue doing what you're doing because you have the support. Canada is very different. Canada is very much the artists are, once they get to a certain level, you put them on, they are very much about, okay, what can you do for me? I'm not going to make the effort. And, everybody that came to any open artist program performing them on our stages that had the Canadian artists I invited last night. And as you can see, no one shows, right? Because at the time, I'm not doing anything for them.
Oh, wow. So it seems like it's more so not about what the artist wants to bring from within them to show the world. It's about, if I hear you correctly, it's about, I have a talent or a gift and I want to get somewhere and I want to get there fast and now, and there should be not as much hard work to put in to get there. Like there should be.
I won't say it's hard work. I mean, there's some people that do want to work hard, but there's a certain level of entitlement and enablement in the city. Meaning that once you get to a certain level, as they call it, a certain level in the city in terms of recognition, now they're entitled and enabled. Now you've got to keep chasing them. They've got to be a reason why they come down. They've got to get something out of it. You understand? Not to support, but to get something out of it.
So is that what the difference in showmanship
Yes.
brings forward?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You see, the difference between you four ladies, you know, you see the love, you share it amongst yourselves. It comes out in everything that you do.
Sure.
Toronto is very individualistic.
Okay.
Okay.
Not that it's what we're doing. You know, I think the Virgo Lounge is very unique. I mean,
It
I know
is.
you
It
have
is. Even where we are,
yeah,
like-
the group that you're in.
Yeah.
Right. I think what we do is very unique, and even when we have other artists, we've had people come from Ohio. You know, we have people in Maryland. We've had people come. They come into our space, Oklahoma City, Kenya Singer, and they are amazed that we actually like each other.
Yeah.
Like that we really just get along, and I can call, Alicia can call me, Gwenny, I'm working on a song, help, you know, Blaze, help me with this back. I just don't quite hear what I want to do. Micah, Gwenny, send me this music, can you write something to it? Like they're like, remember the one girl cried, like she left the Virgo Lounge and she was like in tears, like I can't believe I feel this.
Maybe it's the sense of just the relationship, you know. I think even where we are, there are, I mean, they're referred to as cliques, pods, you know, groups, you know, and everybody has their circle that they're very comfortable in and that they roll in. And I think what the Virgo Lounge has just been very lucky to have a really good mix of individuals.
Yeah.
Even with those artists that the Virgo Lounge has invited to come and be guests, you know, they may not necessarily be directly connected or glued.
A member.
Glued to the core group, but they are friends of the Virgo Lounge. They come in, you know, they grace us with their presence and they go on about their business, but they're still a friend of the Virgo Lounge.
And just real quick, I gotta, you know, I don't know if Yzma's listening, but Yzma, we love you.
Yeah, Yzma.
Original member of the Virgo Lounge in the house.
Absolutely.
Not in the
It's down on
house, but
Yzma.
yeah.
I mean, it's a different thing. There's a different level of appreciation as well. You know, also, you know, Toronto people appreciate what's outside of Canada as opposed to what's inside.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay.
Right.
Like anywhere though, right?
You know.
And I think that's kind of where I was fishing for. I was looking for, like, what is the difference when I keep hearing the word refreshing? Oh, it's a refreshing. I'm like, well, what is going on? You know, to where we just come in like this gust of wind and we keep hearing this refreshing. So I wanted to know what is the dynamic?
There is levels to this game.
Okay, gotcha.
Right?
I gotcha.
You guys are here. The game here is still down here.
So is it
That's interesting.
Is it the vocals? Is it the stage presence? Is it because we can do really good harmony? Like, is it the songwriting?
Let me ask you a question. How happy was that band working with you guys?
Oh yeah, Steve.
They were ecstatic.
Well, then that's all you need to know.
Work ethic is a part of that as well.
Yes.
That stuff shows up.
Yes, it shows
but you know, it's so interesting because it's a little different, you know, even in the States, because you even have your levels, you know, of, you know, your levels of accomplishment. I'll say that even in the States. So, you know, the independent artist community, although I believe it is growing, I still kind of see it as a quiet community. In the area where we are in the DMV area, it's very, very, you know, but Philly has its pods, right? Atlanta, New York, everybody has their pods, you know, and we do cross-pollinate at times, but even in our area, in the DMV area, there's levels to that too.
Yes.
There are a lot of individualistic artists in our area as well.
Yeah.
So maybe what we're doing, because, you know, we as iLive have been very inclusive as always. You know, that's how we built ourselves, and that's why we gravitate towards the Virgo Lounge, because you were built like we're built. So maybe we're unique and we're the strange one and everyone else is normal.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you from my perspective.
Could be. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah, maybe we're the weird ones.
Maybe we're the weird ones.
Yeah, in the industry.
Maybe we are, yeah.
Yeah, in the industry that really looks out for itself and people look out for themselves, maybe we are the fools that are looking forward and thinking that music ties everybody together.
Because we all have different music connect. Like, we come together great, but I don't really hang with Alicia's friends. Like, you know, I mean, I know your family, but we have completely different backgrounds when it comes to the people that we kind of roll with musically. But it's just great that when we come together, it's just like, okay, let's just snap right back to it, right?
And there's no trying to make the groups fit together. It's
we just do.
This is what our connection is.
Right. Yeah. No, and what's said, the individual collective, as I call you guys, because you're all very different in terms of approach and what you do, and outside of what you do in terms of the Virgo Lounge, it works because you guys buy into the concept that we can all come together and do something.
Yeah. I mean, it's a wonderful and beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It truly is, because each one of us is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the level of respect that we have for that.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. It's about respect. It's about there's a word I use all the time, but I've forgotten it right now. But it's about respect. It's about respect not only for your individual artistry, but respect for the whole concept of the
and appreciation.
Yeah.
You know, and just the appreciation for the diversity
Yeah.
that we each bring. You know, I think there's a great appreciation. There's an appreciation for our space, each individual space, each individual's level of creativity. Yeah, you know,
the different
gifts.
things that we, our gifts.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And anyone listening wants to call in to have a conversation with the Virgo Lounge, the studio number is 001 if you're phoning from outside of the United States or Canada, 001 647 931 5746. That's 001 647 931 5746. Okay. You're going to keep tapping that table in it. You don't see the reverbs coming through you.
Sorry. Tie my hands behind my back.
All right, so what's going to be next for the Virgo Lounge? You done so. You come to Canada, done the Soulfest Lounge.
Yeah.
For the Virgo Lounge itself, and you can all speak individually, or whoever the fearless leader is can speak. But what's going to be the plans for the Virgo Lounge over the next 12 months?
12 months.
We're going to be asleep.
Other than that, clearly.
Well, if I could start, I'll say this is the first thing I've done in like 3 years, you know, because of COVID, because of everything that's going on. I wanted to see how this felt, right? I would like to get back to doing at least the once a month that we used to. The first Monday of every month we would go live. We was going live before COVID, right?
Yeah.
We was doing our Facebook, Instagram lives. And just start inviting, you know, guests back like we used to do. And then just see where it goes from there. I know Yzma, he keeps saying, oh, we want to do a Virgo Lounge show, a live show. I'm like, well, I'm just not particularly in the space right now because of, you know, my other responsibilities to coordinate it. But you are free to come on to Maryland, pick out some places, figure out, you can come, Jay. Well, we could do a
What are you bringing me into this for?
Huh?
You're bringing me into this for? I was asking you guys. Don't bring me into it.
I'm saying I was talking to Yzma because Yzma wants to do a live show and he can come to Maryland and help coordinate it. I just don't have the time and the space right now, but I definitely will help. I think all of us in some way would help try to put a show together there.
Right.
Yeah.
So the intention is to put something together for.
Go back to our monthlies and then do a live like we've done before.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And musically, what are you guys up to? I'm not going to say anything to Blaze about the new song that she did live for the first time. I still don't have it in my inbox. I won't talk about that. So what are you guys doing musically over the next 12 months?
Okay. Oh, yeah. So I guess I have a week back at home when we get back, and then I go to San Antonio. I'm part of a collective called EC3 Vibe, and he's a producer in the DC area. And we have an artist, her name is Wendy B, and she's doing a coming home concert in San Antonio. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to be there the 18th, 19th. And so I fly out to San Antonio the week after next. And then I guess I have a couple other things coming up. But it's been really good. I've been recording also. So I have some new music coming.
Okay.
And some of which EC3 Vibe is producing. And I still have I Tried It, which Gwenny and I wrote together with Dawood. And that I intend to release as well.
Okay.
Because we've been singing it for a
We've
long
been
time
singing it
without
for
it being
a minute.
released.
Oh, that hasn't been released yet?
No, we
Get
haven't
outta
released it
here.
yet. So got lots of good stuff coming up. And I feel like starting over. I'm starting everything over after, Dawood's unfortunate passing. So it's been good. It's all been good for me. And I'm enjoying it. I was thrilled to come this time, just to Canada, and had a ball. I'm having a good time.
Excellent.
Much needed.
Excellent. Who's next? What's happening music-wise over the next year? We're all looking at Blaze, right?
Well,
I'll leave Blaze till last, because that's a whole conversation. What about yourself, Gwenny?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, why you keep looking at me?
Because I know I don't really have anything.
Yeah, I listen.
planned.
I'm too busy trying to retire. So, all seriousness, I am. My mind is about 3.5 or 4 years in the future. So a lot of things that I'm doing have, and you and I had an offline conversation.
Yeah.
I have a lot of irons in the fire. I do have a song that I wrote. I wrote a couple songs during the pandemic. One of them actually made it into a local, what kind of those movies? Or indie film. Indie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so one of them.
Got a sync deal.
Huh?
Got a sync.
What?
A sync deal.
Is that what it is? A sync? Yeah, that. Okay. Yeah. So, and it's actually with a business partner of mine. She's always got, and I was like, here, take that, Yeah. So, so that's in the works. And then there are a couple songs I kind of like have half written. I did some production. I'm so excited.
You did.
Yeah. Like I was telling them I wrote The Weekend. I wrote that on the way to work one morning.
Right.
And then, recorded it. And then there's 2 songs that I actually, hummed and wrote and laid down in different parts on the way to work one morning. So got those laid down and got some lyrics written. So I have some things that are just out there, loose ends to kind of tie up.
Right.
And then again, I'm just looking to try to retire and focusing on some other goals outside of music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to be focusing more just doing like live performance stuff as opposed to recording?
I got a lot of gigs lined up when I get back. As a matter of fact, now that we finished, the lounge, I have to learn music for next Saturday.
Right.
And then the week after that.
Right.
Yeah. So, I do a lot of gigging, performing, and it's very helpful from a financial standpoint as it plays into my goals.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful for all the calls. Y'all keep calling because I'll be here and be available. And again, I think my music, the way I choose to use my music as it plays into, as Gwenny said last night, I do coaching and consulting outside of my day job. And the goal is when I'm able to walk away from my day job is to really, really be able to clearly use my music as a vehicle to attract, my audience. And I use that. And so, as I do more speaking engagements, what I tend to do is I take my music into my speaking engagements and I perform and I speak to the things that you all know I love to speak about. So they work together. I do believe that music is healing, and I believe that my music is an important part of my overall goal of just building people.
Wonderful. I've got a couple of people that's online saying hi. The Soulish, Christina.
Hi, Christina.
Out there in Vancouver now.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, she's in Vancouver?
Yeah.
She's on. I was raised over in Washington.
Yeah.
So, yeah. She's on
We
my
miss
side.
you. It would have been so nice to see her.
Yeah. So she says hi, and also T Smooth.
Hey, T. He will check in, won't
Listen.
he? Yes, he thought we was gonna be in London for some reason when we were talking about the Soul Fest.
Every time I open my mouth, they're like, "Is it in London?" No.
No.
No, it's not. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he left a message on my when I did a post about this. He left a message. Oh, I'm gonna get my ticket.
Yeah. You were like,
Really?
You coming to Canada, dude? You coming to Canada?
Well, it's interesting, right? Because our other friend, Anthony Outcast, was actually due to come out for this.
What's up, Brown?
Yeah, we couldn't make it, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been a nice surprise.
No confessions of the Uber. We had our, he and I and Dale, we had our confessions of the Uber rides.
So yeah, but so he was hoping to make it over, but he couldn't.
I haven't seen him in
It
so
would have
long.
been great to see him.
But to surprise you guys, but definitely he's gonna, we'll do something in the States, and we think,
Nice.
he'll definitely be open for that.
Nice. Brown liquor.
Absolutely. All right, so let's go over to the first timer in our life, Blaze.
What do I have in the works? I've got nothing.
Wait, you got she's doing a festival?
Yeah. He said musically, though.
That is
Musically.
music.
That is.
That's not music?
No.
That's not what that is not what he's talking about.
No, talking about music.
That is not what he's talking about.
Absolutely.
I really don't have anything.
Nothing.
I did think about trying to do a hashtag the Virgo Lounge release with her new song. Micah's tried it. I just don't have it. I have stuff, but I got to find it. You know, so much stuff is in storage. I did think about, because remember we did that with Gina last year. And Blaze and I kind of talked about it, like maybe we would do it, you know, because her stuff is done, her song is done. I'm the one.
I ain't got nothing either.
Right. Would have to, like, you know, pull something off of a Mac and send it to I don't know who to mix my stuff anymore.
And that is where I am.
Yeah.
Right.
And we know he wouldn't want us to be there. So we need to push through the fact that we don't have Dawu anymore.
Right.
And that comfort level is gone.
Right.
You know, so.
He really supported all of us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. Huge guy person in all of your lives, really.
Yeah.
In terms of helping you get through. But yeah, I mean, your track's done. Your track's done. Wait for your track, that's done. And now we've had conversations about releases and, you know, independent artists and value and people not buying, etc.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So, you know, this new way of how can we say, distribution of music is definitely not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, there are some now more gains coming from Spotify. Did you hear they got taken to court?
Yeah. No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, they got taken to court to increase the amount of money they have to pay artists.
I did see that.
So that I can actually speak on. I'm a member of the Recording Academy.
Right.
And one of the things we did pre-COVID was we lobbied for that.
Yes.
So this is now the results. So people that think that the Grammys and all that stuff is just about awards and stuff like that, we actually went to our congressmen's offices and lobbied for that specific thing to increase artists' contribution.
Correct.
You know, so that we're making, because that's what some of us live off of.
Yeah.
It's not just a thing that we do in our spare time. There are some artists that actually live off of their income. And so what some of those companies are doing is unfair.
No, without doubt.
So,
without doubt.
right.
Without doubt.
So that's actually the results of some of the work that we put in.
Yeah.
You know, a few years ago, which feels really good, actually.
Well, it's interesting how it's progressing, because one thing that Spotify is saying is that if they're forced to pay out the amount of money that they're supposed to pay out or has been told to pay out, they would go bankrupt.
But I just don't understand how, if it were not for the artist, you would not have a business. So how is it that we are unable to make a living off of our own product? That is a problem for me.
Yes. As an independent artist, I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
But IP is usually owned by companies or labels, and they take 72% off the top before you even touch an artist from everything Spotify does. So 72% goes to the big labels, big publishing companies that own all that IP.
Yeah.
Then you have to have money set aside for your board of directors and their payout. Then you have to have money to create maintain the infrastructure to keep the platform running. And then when you get to that last 9.2% payout, 90% of that money goes to the top 1% of artists.
Right, I was going to say, like, those new things
that is a problem.
It's going to help Beyonce, not me.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
and so once you have all of those things up here in place, if you don't have our music, you still got nothing.
Right.
Well, this is the thing.
I mean everybody as a whole, not just independent artists. I mean everybody that's an artist that puts music on your platform. If you do not have our music to put on your platform,
you don't have anything.
This is true. But then the flip side is the double-edged sword to all that is, if I don't put it on your platform, no one will hear you. According to them, not true, but according to them, no one will hear you. A lot of these things, like DistroKid and all those things like that, they automatically distribute to all those platforms for you, right? 65,000 pieces of music go onto Spotify every single day.
I posted something about that. It was in my memories, the amount. And I guess for me, I get technology. I love technology. I have a technical background, so it is what it is. I can't beat Spotify, Amazon Music. I get that. For me, it's more just like access. Like, because there's so much access and because the world just moves so quickly now, and I can't beat that either. Sometimes it can just be a bit disappointing. Like, why are we not still talking about Kendrick Lamar's dope-ass album? Because now we're on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, the world moves faster.
So fast.
And you have to produce to keep up with the world.
My dislike, and I just don't want to be involved. I just don't.
And it's true. I mean, there's people that have navigated that in their own way.
Some people release music like every month.
And some people release music every month, right? Some people say, I released one album every 2 years, and that's fine for them. And they have a fan base, and but they have to keep feeding their fan base.
Yeah.
Right? With information, content, talk, communication, whilst that gap is happening.
Yeah.
Right? And I think, in this world of technology, you can leverage that as independent artists if you know how to build and brand yourself, like Blaze, right? Or if you branded the Virgo Lounge, and you said, okay, the Virgo Lounge is a brand, all this music's there, plus video, plus merchandise, plus whatever you want. You can stream your bloody concerts and your lives on there. It now becomes a community, because community building is what's the next big thing that's going to happen. Everything's so wide, and everyone can grab everything. But now, what people are starting to do is build communities. Like, take the community, bring it to you, and build from that community base. So I think that's going to be the next evolution, because people are now getting sick of getting bombarded with everything. They want to start getting bombarded with things that they actually like, or they follow, or they rock with, right? So it's a good time.
Yeah,
it's a good time next year, maybe 2, to set the foundational piece in terms of what you want to think about doing. Start building communities, and so your Instagram Lives is part of the community build. Now, Instagram Live, and Blaze flashes up a CD and says, "Hey, you can go get it here." Someone's going to go buy that, because they're part of that community. So there's ways to leverage the concepts of the technology to your advantage. You just got to think a little ahead of the game. So I would encourage Blaze to put that track out. If not, send it to me so I can play it.
Right. Yeah, Blaze.
Leave alone.
God damn it.
I don't want to have to talk about this later. Okay?
I thought that if I got her here, I
really thought that.
Wrest that from her fingers.
All you gotta do is just be straight up. You don't have to go through the trouble.
I've been straight up already. She said no, so I said I have to find another tactic.
I thought if you looked her in the eye, it would change.
Straight. No, yeah.
I even asked her, could I play it during this segment? And she told me no.
No.
So she tell me no.
Yeah. I'm just not, no, I'm not there. And I'm really not there now, because I got some other stuff getting ready to kick off.
It's so ambiguous.
Don't we just seem like the saddest group of artists? You wouldn't think we'd get on stage and be so crazy. What you got going on, Gwenny? Nothing.
Yeah.
No. All right.
Stages are released.
And no offense, this is a dichotomy of and the challenge for all independent artists, right?
Yeah.
Like, the energy you had yesterday should be matched with the energy when you get off that stage and we're doing this, we're going.
It should, but there's this thing called real life out there.
Real life smacks hard.
Yeah, and so I mean, people gotta make it work. And as much as we are in love with one of our many gifts and talents of music, unfortunately, we are just not in that space where that is what sustains us. You know,
I concur.
Yeah.
I completely agree, and I get it.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I built this station from 2009 to now. All right, and you don't
Yeah.
even want to know how much money I spent trying.
I
to
can
build
only
the platform,
imagine,
right?
you know.
But
we're glad that you did, though.
Yeah.
That's the passion I have for what people do. But I also see I'm a person who looks forward. I always see a ability to have a path. All right, and there is a path for independent artists. There really is, and you know, stations like ourselves, you know, the ones in the UK, some in the US, continue to play your music. And as people start to go from the wide to wanting to get to more curated stuff, that's when the opportunities will start to come. That's when the money will start to flow, because ultimately that's what's going to end up happening. And I would like you young ladies to take advantage of that.
We know it's not that we don't get that.
I know.
You know, it's just
it's the right now.
It's
Well, I mean, I agree with the right now. You know, I mean, even when you think about going back to life, you know, life cuts into your concentration. It cuts into creativity. It cuts into resources. It cuts into time. It cuts into energy. You know, and it really does take all of those things to create anything that you're trying to do. If you want to be, you know, a bomb, what the cake baker people call, the people that do cupcakes, what are they called? Bakery folks. If that's your thing, is being a baker. If you know, if things are just happening, you're not necessarily going to be the best baker that you can be. You know, it may take you 4 or 5 years to get your cupcake or your cake business really going.
True.
You know,
and it's not that I don't think that we shouldn't try to push through.
Sure.
It's not that I don't think that. I've tried to push through, and just right now, I can't with my mom, you know. But I'm hoping that that's going to change, because I miss a lot of the things that I used to do. And I don't miss being an artist. We talk about this as much as I miss still curating like this community of independent artists and, you know, supporting them and producing shows and things like that.
Yeah.
You see, I sang 2 songs last night. I could have did 1.
Right.
I wanted to, so I jumped off the stage because I wanted to watch
right
y'all.
Yeah.
And you already know the moment that you play a new song, the artist is bombarded with requests.
Correct.
And at full transparency, my daughter's getting ready to have major surgery, major back surgery. And so that's going to be a whole thing.
Right. Yeah.
So right now, at this very moment, receiving requests for a song
is not what you want to
that
hear.
is not where my mind is.
And I
so
completely
that's why I'm like, no, don't do it. Don't play it. Don't, because the first message I get, I'm going to flip out.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, no.
You got to be ready to continue to ride the wave, you know.
Once you put it out.
Once you put it out,
Absolutely.
you have to be prepared.
I don't disagree. It was for my own personal listening, by the way.
If it's for your own personal
I would
listening.
never play it publicly.
Are you telling a story?
No, I'm serious. Look, I have tracks from people I have never played publicly.
Okay. If that is the case,
I have my own personal collection.
I can do that.
I have my own personal collection.
I can do that.
Music from people that do not play this ever in life, and it never gets played.
Okay, I can do that.
It's my own personal collection of music.
I can do that.
That's what. You thought I was going to put it on the radio and say I'm the first one to play it? And look
Yes.
at it?
That was.
You must have me mistaken for those people across the water.
Shots fired.
There's no shots fired. You must have me mistaken for those people across the water.
Okay. Well, I mean, and that is what I had envisioned,
No,
you know. And I'm like, I can't do that right now. I can't.
There's levels of investments that people do into not only just what you play, but outside of what you play and how you entertain people. If you're really about the art and the artist, you extend past that. That's why iLive Radio went into all that stuff you see outside. It wasn't because we were experts at putting on concerts. You know, putting concerts in our frigging lives. I couldn't tell you what backline was. What I did want to do though is take it off of the radio forum and get it in a live forum so people can really appreciate it, right? And so I took my money and I took my time and learned a bunch of stuff about how to put on concerts and festivals, etc., to give the audience the opportunity to connect with artists and the artists the opportunity to connect with audience. So not everybody that curates music takes the time takes the money or the sheer effort to get that done. So my view is a little bit different to people across the pond.
Okay.
Gotcha.
They're across the pond. Let them go fight in their fishbowl. We're good over here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I can do that.
There you go.
Yay! Y'all meeting each other halfway.
Yeah.
no, but I get it, and it's kind of like, let's get onto like quickly onto that subject of, you know, the pressure that artists can be under to release stuff, or the pressure that comes to artists when you do release stuff in terms of the bombardment. I mean, what has been your experiences in terms of, if you say you're gonna put something out, what actually happens with you guys and requests?
The inbox is just, the messages are just, they're unreal. The amount that comes in, and it's nonstop. And it can become a bit overwhelming and frustrating. For me, I know that's my experience. I just don't like that part.
I think, go ahead, sorry.
No, I'm done.
Oh, I think too, it's almost like when the requests come in, what people are looking for, it really takes a large team. And a lot of times it's just 2 or 3 people, and those 2 or 3 people are a part of 3 or 4 of the projects.
Right.
You know, so we're not like a company.
Right.
You know, where you have all these team members to do things for you. And, you know, I keep going back to life is real, you know, so I may not get to record for another 3 weeks. You know?
The reality of it is, as an independent artist, you're doing everything yourself. So unless you have a team of people, which is rare, then you have to, you know, use that extra energy to get everything done. So you have to handle the requests, you have to handle bookings and gigs and things like that. And if you're not prepared for all of that, it can be extremely stressful. You know, but the upside to being an independent artist is that once you do get to that point and you are able to handle those things and do stuff like hire an intern, or, you know, have you know, people in your circle help you and propel you, it can be very rewarding. And, you know, then the sky's the limit. You know, you start getting bigger bookings and things like that, and that's when it, you know, starts to develop. But that can, like we all said, take some time. So
I had a team my first project.
Yeah.
So, and I had it was like 3 people, but I had a really, really good team. But then when I put out my second project, I personally feel like I stayed ahead of what was about to happen. So I built like web pages that were exclusive for presenters and DJs. I have like 6, 7, 8 pages of people who I will send my music to, and little codes, and, you know, in order to get it, kind of like, you know, how you do the thing. I need to know exactly, you know, when you play, what station you're on, and then I had my PR person who would be able to keep up with that stuff. So I do think there is kind of a way to stay ahead of it, but you're always going to get, you know, the one-offs, or people who I would only give out 2 songs. People who want more than what, you know, maybe I'm willing to give.
Right.
And some people I will. It depends on who you are.
Yeah.
You know.
And what's even more overwhelming than the request for the music is the request for drops.
Oh my God.
200 requests for drops. Everybody has a different script.
Yes.
And it's a lot.
I was about to ask you about the whole drops thing, 'cause that's a whole controversy in itself.
What'd you say?
That's a whole controversy in itself, the whole drops thing.
I was like the drop queen. You know, I be singing, harmonize. I love doing drop. I thought it was fun. Like when you give me 30 seconds, I'm like, hey, what's up? This is your girl. Like, it's like I'm a whole nother person.
Well,
and I'd be in my closet in between my sweaters on the phone, like,
It was cool after the first 20. But after that, it was like, listen.
Hard.
Yeah, but sometimes like a radio station, like Taxman, he would just coordinate drops for me and send me like 20. And, you know, so sometimes that would be like, oh God, I gotta do 20. But you know, you'll have one station that might want 5 drops. It doesn't mean you have to do 5 drops. That's how I look at it. Like you get one drop, you get 2 drops. It always depends on who the person is. If they're still playing my music, if you run through my music, I'm gonna run through your drop.
It's true. I realize I don't think I have a Gwendolyn Collins drop.
You should. I've done many.
I don't think I've got a Blaze drop either.
You may not have a Blaze.
I don't recall.
You don't know.
And then we did when we came to the open artists. I mean, I know that's years ago. We did them. That was part of the program when we came. Me, Sydney, and Alicia. We all had to do drops. I think we did them in the studio.
Oh yeah. That was to say you were coming, right? But I don't think I've ever asked for drops from any of you guys.
I don't think
You
so.
haven't asked for drops.
No.
You've asked for adverts when I'm coming here.
Right.
That's different.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
You're right.
I don't see the value in drops.
You don't start your show with 30 drops.
I don't.
No.
Like a lot of
No.
people. Yeah.
No,
You just started with music.
I don't see the value of it, to be honest. And it's a lot of work for artists. It's almost like recording songs.
Yeah, you literally sit there at, I know my studio's in my basement, and you sit there and you just record drop after drop, and you read a script after script after script.
You should start charging for drops.
That's real talk.
That's what you should.
I'm not opposed to it.
Yeah, now listen, if they want drops, it's going to cost you £1. £1 per drop.
Because a lot of the same people won't spend $1.29 to buy your single. So it's like, well, why should I do this for you for nothing?
Yeah, you should start charging. Start charging for drops. That's what I say to all of you. Anyone comes to you for a drop, it's $5 per drop. And then you'll soon find that whole...
they'll fall off. The request will fall off. Yeah.
American dollars.
Yeah.
American dollars. You should charge UK pounds for drops. Has anyone asked you guys to do specials?
I've been paid for specials before.
Yeah?
Not me.
Specials is you can make some good money off a special.
Yeah.
You can.
I've done specials before, like Haven't Said. But I just, at the time I had Dawu, I had the backing track, and I just would be like, DJ Yella, you must be, and then just let the record play the rest of it.
Right.
So.
Oh, wait a minute. I did do one. This was back in 2018, but I did something like that. I forget who asked me to do that for, I think it was Black Girl Magic. I did do one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How much you get paid?
$0.
What?
$0.
You did it.
I mean, because I didn't know.
I got paid when I did
didn't
the
know.
special. I mean, I think it was like 150 pounds, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Listen, if you're not charging anything, do not charge anything lower than £500.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you heard
We'll
it.
take that advice.
Yeah, I heard that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Put the price up. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Not today's
Right,
price.
right.
This is like 20.
All right.
I mean, I didn't know. I just was like, yeah, I can do it. And I only let her, pick songs that I had the backing track. I wasn't singing nothing all over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
no. And,
Well, you gotta get
and
the
I
mix
didn't
right.
ask Dawu to mix it. I was like, it's me. And then you're going to get the backs and stuff. So.
Yeah, man. So T Smooth said charge for the drops definitely.
All right.
T.
What he's saying in the background is don't charge me.
Yeah.
Shout out to T. I love T Smooth, man. No respect for that guy. Yeah, but charge for your drops. Put your price up on your dubs. Get your value. If you
Once I get back into the game, it's going to be a whole new game.
Yes.
It's going to be all
Watch
new.
out.
All right, so it's 2022 going into 2023, and of course the game has changed and new artists have come in. Is anybody that you've heard or seen that you think are going to be like the next really good independent neo soul or soul music artist, if you want to, whatever you want to call it?
I mean, I think I was mentioning, this is not his first project though, but Blue Soul 10.
Blue Soul 10.
Yeah, he sent me he actually sent me some of his music before he released it.
Right.
I think he has a very good vibe. He has he doesn't sing, so he's bringing in these really talented female and male artists, and he's doing live production, which is something that we're not getting, a lot of.
like
so
that.
Right.
I'm enjoying it's in my car. I still buy CDs. I bought the CD. It's in my car. It's when I drive to work or when I drive to Jersey. I'm listening front to back.
Right.
Yeah, front to back.
Front
so
to back.
And no song I've been like, oh, I want to skip it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm digging it.
Blue Soul 10. Anybody else? I know what artists can be like. Sometimes you get into your little bubble and you don't really hear and know what's going on around you.
Yeah, that'd be me. I'm too busy trying to retire.
I've not been tuned in. I don't know who's out. I don't know who's doing what. I'm not tuned in at all.
Yeah,
I've
been busy recording my stuff and stuff for other people. So we have, and that's actually for, a label. So I wouldn't necessarily call them independent.
Right.
But there are some really good artists that are coming out, or that have been here, and one of my actual friends, Soul Edler, he's also recording. He's part of the writing team. He and I are part of the writing team for EC3 Vibe, but he's amazing, and he sings backs for a lot of artists. Mesa, Phil Perry, but he's always, and he's so humble. Like he never puts himself, in front of anyone else. So people like that are the people that I listen for, that I support, and he's an amazing vocalist and writer.
He's a superstar.
Oh yeah.
Superstar. I actually I don't listen to the chart shows, but there's 2 or 3 that I actually go through, and then I'll be like, go to YouTube and let me listen. And I have found that, I don't know the names, but some UK artists I've been digging. Caucasian UK artists that I actually think are not sounding like every other kind of UK artist that have a very distinct voice that I'm actually like, and I wish I could remember her name. I think she just performed at one of the Global Soul.
Yes, I know you're talking.
Like they do the stuff at like the Jazz Cafe. I can't remember her name, but I definitely, whoever she is, I like her. So, and then I look at Taxes, the Breaking Independent. I do look at his chart, so I can get a feel for who he's playing. And I'll go on YouTube and they're like, oh, let me check this person out. Let me check this person out.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's definitely a different vibe out there at the moment, especially with the younger people. They less musicianship for the most part, because technology gives them access to be able to just go grab some beats, throw some crappy vocals over the top with
everything sounds the same.
Everything sounds the same. But there's some gems out there. I know there's a young lady in the UK called Georgia Sweet.
Yes.
Oh yes.
That's who I'm talking about, actually. Okay. Yes, that is exactly who I'm talking about. Yep. She did a show maybe a month or 2 ago. Yep. Jazz Cafe. Yeah. I like her.
She's really good. Georgia Sweet's really good. There's a couple. There's Ego LMA. She's really good. Emma V is one of my favorites. Have you ever listened to Emma V?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so she's
I don't remember the name.
She's from the UK. She reminds me of Georgia. What's her name? Georgia Ann Muldrow. Okay. Yeah, so Georgia Ann Muldrow, who's from the States as well. She's guys should check her out too. She's a producer and a singer.
Okay.
And so is Emma V. And just really, really good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so Emma V.
I'll have to check that out.
There's a few.
I love listening to other artists. I do.
Yeah, and the chart shows are very important, especially if they're well curated and go looking for really good music. Really good singers and really good songwriting. Taxman's is pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't listen to the UK soul charts because
I think, like I said, I look at it.
Yeah, I don't even look at it.
I look at it.
I do too.
I kind of know who's everybody's going to be on it.
It's seeded.
Yeah.
But there's a few charts out there that highlight that. So you had a chance to also sing with a couple of Canadian artists at the Soul Fest Lounge last night. We had Gina P.
Yeah.
Gina.
And Black Orchid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It was wonderful meeting her. She's got a really good spirit.
Yeah.
I said she's a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely a vibe.
She's a vibe.
She's definitely a vibe. She was so excited.
Yeah. Yeah. Like she was at rehearsal with us. Yeah. She was like, I was like, yes.
Very, 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 very interesting backstory. She's actually a Juno Award winner.
Yes.
Juno's like the Grammys.
Yeah. Okay.
but she does reggae music. That's her.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
her base. You know, reggae producer rather than a singer. So getting into the R&B thing, like she's talented either way, but reggae is her thing. But yeah, the Virgo Lounge.
Yeah,
she was sold yesterday. Man.
I'm glad that she
it was good to meet you.
I wanted her to feel the vibe of hashtag the Virgo Lounge.
Yes.
Right? Feel the vibe, yeah.
I think it definitely changed her life.
Oh.
It definitely changed her perception of what can be done in this city.
Wow.
You know,
maybe she'll spearhead something like that. I mean, she definitely seems, you know, I do follow her on Facebook, very collaborative. She works she's at a festival today.
Yes, she is.
Doing something. So, you know, it just takes one person to say, let's do it.
Yeah. It does. And then you just hit the glass wall and ceiling at the same time. And
you are hard on these Canadian artists.
I am.
Okay, so once again, if you ever ready to, you know, step outside of that and you want to sponsor an American artist.
Maybe when I move to America next year.
Okay, well, let's talk about it.
Definitely.
I am hard on Canadian artists.
But you love them. We talked about that. I'm like, I know you want to cheer for them all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, and you've done stuff like just for Canadian artists. Yeah.
Everything I've done was been for Canadian artists.
Yeah.
That's always been about
sending them overseas and
more than once.
Yeah.
Retreats in the Caribbean.
Antigua.
Yeah, you need to come over to the Americas. Sponsor a couple of American artists.
Sponsor hashtag the Virgo Lounge.
What's going on over here?
Yeah. Well, you know, when you see an opportunity to spotlight talent, because there's a lot of talented people here. Like if you look at if you think of the size of Canada, which is twice the size of the United States, but has half the population of Great Britain living in it. Wow. 35 million people live in Canada.
Wow.
Right? So, which is not even, you've got more people living in New York, live in Canada. And then think about the distance between coast to coast.
Yeah.
Then take the amount of talent that comes out of Canada, comes south, go anywhere else. It's like, it's disproportionate. Right? So when you see it, and I can see why it happens that way, because for you to get out, you got to be better than everybody else. Everyone's trying to one up everybody, so the talent level goes super high.
Yeah.
Right. So you see that, and you're like, okay, it's not rocket science. Just come together, create your identity, market yourself outside. You're good, but they just get the opportunity, then they come back and they just implode when they come back. It's like they go overseas, think they make it, because they're gone overseas, just because they're gone overseas, come back and they're like, all of a sudden it's like, oh, you don't talk to you anymore.
You get mushed in the face.
Off you go. You know, so, but you know, you continue to try, and eventually you just stop. It's when you stop, they turn around and say, well, so what's going on? Like, why are we? Because you're doing nothing. I'm wasting my time, so I'm not wasting my time anymore. So so I might take you girls off on the whole let's invest in the Virgo Lounge thing.
I know you've always had an idea for it that's much bigger and maybe a little more coordinated, and the label and all that than what I have.
Not necessarily just you ladies, but conceptually.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because I think there's a place and a space for it, and people are doing it successfully. So don't see why you girls can't do it. There's people making money doing what you do. It's just that you haven't found what that magic formula is for this collective yet.
So why couldn't we find a black station driving your car?
A black what?
Station, radio station. On regular old radio.
Okay. So we do have a black station.
I know.
We found it. It was the reception is really bad.
Right. So
it was on the 89.5 side of the FM band.
Yes, it's 98.7. In fact, the general manager for 98.7 was there last night.
Yeah. I think I seen him. Didn't you do an interview with him one time? Yeah.
So he was there last night, and he was at another festival that they're sponsoring. He came down to check you guys out.
Oh, wow.
Had a great time.
Oh, good.
I said, they're wonderful. They're great. He's from the States. He's actually from DMV.
Okay.
So he's like, you know, when are you going to do this again? When are you going to come back? We got to talk, like the usual.
Okay.
Usual stuff. But the reason why we only got one black radio station is because it's designed that we only have one black radio station.
Wow.
Do you have satellite here? Can you get like Sirius? Okay.
Of course. But for commercial radio within the black community, playing black music, it's designed that way. This is countrywide. That station you hear is the only black radio station in the country.
Like
How? Okay, never mind.
In the country.
I'm exhausted.
In the country.
So, that's crazy.
No, it is. And it's designed in a way so that, one, if you want to start something, even on a community radio station basis, you're immediately priced out the market. Meaning, for me, when we first started iLive, we were like, okay, let's think about doing community radio. Just to get a test signal out, just to get the engineer to come and get it all done, that was $300,000 off bat before we do anything.
Whoa.
So it's designed to price you out the market. And then the reason why you got all that fuzz with G98.7 is because the guy that started it, the guy called Fitzroy, he died about 3 or 4 years ago. For 10 years, he was battling to get a black radio station for us. Eventually, the Prime Minister of Canada got involved and said, look, give him a license. And in Canada, you are supposed to be no more than 2 clicks away from the next station. They were 4 clicks away from CBC. CBC turned around and says, nah, which is like the BBC. CBC were like, yeah, nah, they're too close. They're 4 clicks away. So they said, oh, it's going to interfere. They're going to interfere with our area that's in Peterborough, which is like 2 hours away from where I live, right? Out east. Which, whatever. They're like, no, more than enough bandwidth. CBC didn't increase the aerial power out east. So anytime you go, they're literally, the station's here. Where you live, the station, or you're staying, the station is like less than 2 kilometers away.
And we still?
Right. What? They increased the aerial power, so everybody east won't be able to pick it up.
Oh my gosh.
And most of the people that listen to them are east.
Okay.
Most of the black community is east. Right, so it's designed that way.
That's crazy.
It's designed that way. And that's why music like ours doesn't flourish. Yeah. Music that they want to put out and want to control starts to flourish. Yeah, so it's what it is. It's radio. And no, you can't do pirate either. You go to prison for 10 years.
Wow.
They don't even play with that.
Wow.
So it's what they call it. It's a monopoly here in Canada when it comes to radio, telecommunications. It's controlled by 2 entities.
Wow.
So that's why we don't have black radio here.
We couldn't find it.
It's exhausting.
But we do have black radio here.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's just not.
It's called iLive.
Yeah. Absolutely. iLive. Absolutely.
That's exactly the reason why we started it, because we didn't have representation or the representation for the music that we like to hear on the radio. The black radio they had before, no diversity. It was reggae, like Afrobeat, all they considered to be the traditional black music.
Right.
But soul, house, nah, not for us. All right. So this is the Virgo Lounge takeover
Hey.
On iLive Radio.
Right. We gotta get hype, y'all.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
We gotta get hype,
The
y'all.
Virgo Lounge.
You girls make me laugh. All right. Okay, so last night, I almost had a tear come to my eye. One, because of Gwenny's speech. Thank you so much. It was.
I meant it.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure, serving you guys. And then my second tear that almost came to my eye was when you did the Optimistic.
I wanted to ask you, what did you think of the live version? We changed it. I changed it a little bit, you know.
I know.
Felt good?
I had a lump in my throat.
Oh, for real?
Yes. Yeah. to see something that came from a conversation to actually being recorded, which is one thing, which is great, in the crazy way we recorded it. Right. But then to actually hear it translated live, and it works so well.
Yeah. Give it up to the band.
They did a great job.
Who played it really well too.
Yeah, it was.
Give it up. I'm glad you like that.
Amazing.
Oh.
Amazing. I wish I had a recorder on there so I could record the live version of it.
Oh.
You know, but
we worked it out.
Yeah.
Gina helped. Gina helped us. And Black Orchid was there. We had to redo it. And gave people some little extra parts, and nobody had a problem. And
because the rest of the Canadian artists didn't come out, even though they were invited.
That's all good.
One was there actually.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, you know. Didn't come out, didn't participate as always, because that's how it is.
I'm sorry.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't.
But I think we did a good job. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little concerned because I guess the struggle it was a struggle, right? Of putting that song together with so many artists. I did think, how is this gonna come across live? Because, like the band said, ooh, they actually sound like the record. I didn't worry about the way we were gonna sound. It was just that, we what do you call it? We layered so much. That I just was like, is it gonna kind of sound like empty? But I thought it sounded beautiful.
Sounded fantastic.
Yeah, I think it sounded beautiful. Thank you, Jack.
So the question is, when are we gonna do it again?
Do what again? Do what again?
We're gonna do another one.
Oh, you want a whole new song?
Yeah, we're gonna do it again.
You looking at me?
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
You let me know. I don't have a problem. Like, it will probably be a good step for me to get back into, coordinating stuff.
Yeah.
You just stepped into a trick bag. You know that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know Jay enough.
She knows how I am already. She knows I'm like 4 steps ahead.
Absolutely.
Already.
Yeah. I already know.
She already knows I'm 10 steps ahead of this already.
I already know. Yeah.
I was bringing her into my world right now. So, if we're going to do like a cover, and this is just a question top of the head, if we're going to do a cover of another song, what cover would you want to do?
I'm always down for Earth, Wind, and Fire. So
yeah. Oh, that would be hot.
Which one?
I don't know. There's so many of them.
What, Guiding Light? Which one?
That would be
Shining Stars.
Shining Star.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
It's pretty good.
Shining. I mean, I guess more so for the message behind it, right? The whole positive message behind it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think anything that's like a band. A live band. It could be, Frankie Beverly May. It could be.
Yeah.
Who's got pretty?
Mint Condition.
Yeah, I mean, I just love bands. So I think, and then just making it our own, like we did. We really made The Optimistic our own with the music. Slowed it down.
I heard somebody say that they've heard other versions of Optimistic, and they were like, you all's version so far that I've heard, I enjoy the most.
Yes.
And I heard that from somebody yesterday. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it was cool.
That felt good to hear. So.
Yes. Yeah. It's the way my boy put it down, the way it was arranged, the way we did it. It's like
Eric Dennis.
Yes.
Eric.
He did his thing.
And I told him we were performing it live.
Yeah. Did he get excited?
He was like, "That's dope. That's dope." I have to find some video so he can critique it. You
didn't play that note right.
Yeah. You know how they are. Yeah.
So you're saying Earth, Wind, and Fire?
I'm liking that.
I like that
I'm
idea
thinking
too.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh yeah.
Messages behind a lot of stuff that they do.
Right.
Yeah.
And we were actually listening to Earth, Wind, and Fire on the way here to Interpretation.
They're actually they are my all-time favorite. Earth, Wind, and Fire and Mint Condition are actually two of my favorite. People say artists. Earth, Wind, and Fire and Mint Condition, they're the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Always the first ones out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Earth, Wind, and Fire influenced pretty much the whole of the 70s.
Yeah, it did.
Everyone changed their sound after Earth, Wind, and Fire came out. Everyone, the Barcades were doing that kind like crappy kind of Motown kind of sound. Earth, Wind & Fire came out, all of a sudden the Barcades were like,
yeah, shut it down.
Let's shut it down. Let's do it. Yeah, the Dells, everyone changed their sound after Earth, Wind & Fire came.
That's a good one.
Almost anything from their repertoire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a lot of room to make it our own.
Serpentine, Fire. That's something to think about.
I think we should pick one.
I think so too.
I think we should do that. I think we should record it in the States. We should go to Atlanta.
That would be cool.
In November, we should have something, all right?
I think we should maybe knock out some time in maybe November. November time.
Oh, Mike, what's up, D Black?
What's up?
What's up? I'm sorry, he just texted me.
So we're gonna do it again.
We're gonna do it again.
All right. Who from
That sounds
Canada?
good.
Who from Canada do you want to include? And
Black
Gina,
Orchid.
Gina, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Black
Gina.
Orchid,
There you go. There you have it.
There you have it. That's it.
Well, who's gonna produce it? You want a Canadian producer or an American producer?
No, it's got to be American producer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
We could find somebody.
I think there's. If you're talking about a window of November, you don't have a whole lot of time to figure it out, but you do have some time.
Oh no! I want to say okay. Let me rephrase this then.
What about Omar?
Omar who?
You rock with.
Who? Omar Lunin?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
My goodness.
What?
All right. Praise the Lord, saints. Praise the Lord.
Well, I guess it's the two that we said because other ones. I mean, you know me.
Yeah.
Let's not.
I don't know nobody, so
I don't know enough people.
Are we going to bring back Yzma? We're going to bring back Cleveland. We're going to bring back who?
I think we should try to. I think it's not just who we're going to bring back. I think there's. Let's add like Mark wanted to, but he missed the email.
Right.
Or whatever happened, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I think we get the Mark Evans on it this time.
Oh yes.
Gina
definitely
wanted to, so we get Gina, and now Gina is a full-fledged artist with music.
I think energy is important. I think energy is
very important.
And what each individual can bring to the project. Because it's the purpose of the project.
Kimmy's always asking about it. Kimmy Joy.
Yes, Kemi as well.
Yeah, she's always like,
Kemi.
like she'll text me direct, like, when are you gonna do another one? I want to be a part of it.
Yeah, Kemi as well. So T Smooth suggests, why do you get Blue Soul 10
to produce?
Yeah,
maybe.
You think he's got the chops?
I think Blue Soul 10 doesn't actually like play a lot of instruments. But he produces and brings in people.
Yeah.
So that's a great idea. I don't know if it's the right idea, but I think it's a good idea.
Okay. We'll talk more about it.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
I like the idea of talking more about it, right? No, but that's T Smooth. That is a really good suggestion. Yeah. And I know he's like been saying, I want to work with you, Gwenny, but he was saying like October.
But he also said that you may want to consider Maze or Change as well.
I think I said Maze.
You did.
Do you guys know who Change is?
I don't think I'm familiar with Change.
Okay, you're not familiar with Change. Luther Vandross's in Change.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna say Teddy, but yeah.
Luther was in there. Change.
I mean, you could always go with Toto. You laughing, but don't sleep on that.
No, hey.
You laughing.
I'm not.
Sleep on them.
Listen, Toto's.
We could do a DeBarge song, like
you can't do All This Love. Aaron Abernathy has the ultimate.
We love that version, and I would never do it. That thing is sick.
Don't touch that. That's sacred.
But yeah, that thing is sick. But yeah, it can happen, Captain.
And I didn't know that Blue Soul was a Virgo too. Yeah, he's a Virgo.
But it just happens to be a lot of us. I just like the way it sounded. You don't have to be a Virgo.
No,
Geneva
you don't.
Renee to be part of # the Virgo Lounge. No, because I get that shit, man. You know,
She won't let that one go.
I know I'm not a Virgo.
Well, I'm not a Virgo.
I'm not a Virgo. Alicia Glover is not a Virgo.
Yeah, you're not a Virgo.
I'm not. I'm in the song.
I don't know where people got the idea that you have to be a
called
Virgo.
the Virgo Lounge.
It's called the Virgo Lounge.
Because that's how it started, but that doesn't.
Right.
It was never said that you have to be a Virgo.
Constantly
Yeah, but, I mean,
tell people.
if you go back, if you say you order from the Virgo Lounge and they saw 4 ladies on stage, the assumption is
They're
you're all
all
Virgos. That's the assumption.
No, it's just that the curator is a Virgo.
Right.
Got it. Get it. Understand. That's the explanation when you get asked.
Yeah.
But by definition, you think.
I get the
everyone-
assumption.
Yeah, the assumption is everyone's.
But
Virgo.
how many times do you have to say you don't have to be a Virgo before people understand that you don't have to
Like
be a
if
Virgo?
I have invited people, you want to come perform inside the Virgo Lounge? I'm doing, a live, and they're like, but I'm not a Virgo. I'm like, this is so dumb. Like if I'm inviting you, obviously I don't give a shit what your sign is, right?
It's not that serious.
Yeah,
It's not that serious.
It's never that serious. But they're going to ask the
Never.
questions. I'm not a Virgo. Why am I invited to the Virgo Lounge? Maybe the problem is because it's called the Virgo Lounge.
Let me just say this, because every
I'm
time we
not
had this
changing
conversation, I be getting irritated because I'm gonna tell you why. Because I was there too. I am nowhere close to be. You and I had a conversation sitting at my dining room table about what should I call this thing, and it was Acoustic Soul Live, and you wanted to change it,
Indie Soul Live.
right? And it was just like make it be what what it's going to. It's going to mean something for you. You had a few more conversations, and you came up with the Virgo Lounge. I'm an Aquarius. And I was here.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was never a Virgo.
I get it
Yeah.
though. I get it. If something was called the Aquarius Lounge,
You think,
but if
First of all,
something was
nobody's
called
coming
the
up with
Aquarius-
that. Nobody's coming up with
because
that.
no other sign is gonna sound as good between the words the and lounge. The Cancer Lounge,
No.
the Leo Lounge,
That really doesn't
the
sound
Aquarius Lounge,
Yeah, that don't
the
even
Sagittarius,
sound right.
the Virgo Lounge.
The Virgo Lounge.
Bam!
Now maybe the aquarium.
The
Listen,
aquarium with a
Aquarium
lounge.
Lounge.
No,
just the
You're saying between
aquarium.
the words the and lounge.
Well, they had in the late 90s.
Has to have a ring to it.
They had the Soulquarians, right? This is Questlove and all those guys. They were all Aquarians.
Oh yeah, I mean I like that concept. Yeah.
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 We have a theme song for the Virgo Lounge.
You did?
Yeah, Blaze recorded a theme
We do.
song.
I wrote it and recorded
I used
it.
well, it was my intro. Welcome to the
Virgo.
It was my intro
All right.
when I had the radio show.
Give us a rendition.
Oh Lord.
Let's go for it. Let's start it
I
off.
don't even remember how it goes.
The Virgo Lounge.
It's been so long.
Mike's in here.
No, that's not how it starts though.
Yeah.
Because you
had a whole
edited
verse.
it. It's a whole.
It's a whole
basically
song. It's a
whole
song.
It's a whole song.
Can you give us a snippet?
No,
No.
I can't remember.
Why
We
not?
trying to. I'm playing.
It's been so long.
Can you give us a moment to try to get
I don't
it and reminisce about it?
Oh shoot!
So long ago.
How does
Hey,
it go?
Yeah.
help me reminisce.
I know we.
Wait a minute. Hold
But anyway,
on.
the Virgo Lounge has a theme song, and when I had the Virgo Lounge radio show,
You had a theme song on it.
it had the theme song in the
Okay.
beginning, and
All right.
it was Blaze
Okay.
that was performing it. Yeah,
So Gwenny, when you coming back?
2023.
You come back with the Virgo Lounge
Yeah,
radio
maybe.
show 2023.
Oh, when am I coming back with a radio show?
Yes.
Oh,
When is the radio show? The Virgo Lounge radio show coming back? Technology's improved drastically since then.
yeah, but you got new rules now. I'm on your board of directors, so I get all the inside scoop.
I understand that.
Yeah, so yeah.
To be on the board of directors.
I would love to come back. I miss it. I do miss it. It's just finding the space and the time. I probably could only do it like twice a month, maybe.
Yeah.
Starting, yeah.
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 I think-
But it has to be live, which I appreciate. I loved going live.
Right.
I hated sending in the show.
Yes. Yes.
I went live unless I couldn't.
Right.
And even when I didn't go live, I tried to make sure it sounded live.
Right. No,
Yeah.
I think it's a very important place and space in radio.
I think this is it.
You got it?
I think this is it.
That's it. Just put it up in the microphone. Yeah. That's it. Can you hear it?
if this is the whole thing though. We're gonna see in a minute. I'm trying to remember the words.
Welcome, ladies.
There you go.
To the Virgo Lounge. We've got a little something for you. Something special. The time is right. The season's here. We wanna give you
All right, I've got to talk over the top. So let's get someone tries to record that. As their own piece of.
Yeah, it's a whole song.
Welcome to the Virgo Lounge. Welcome to the Virgo Lounge.
We know that you like it.
Hey.
Right here with us, grooving. Something with us. There are no tears, no fears, only rhythm. Welcome to the Virgo Lounge. Yeah, I wrote that, and I was like, girl, I got something for you.
And again, that's another part of the collaborative. I don't even think I asked for it.
No.
Yeah. I was like,
When
I'm
you
about
told
to-
me the name of the idea that you settled on that, I was like, okay.
Who did the
I'm gonna write
music?
something.
She found, I don't know.
I did. I found some
it.
music,
Okay.
and I was like, let me write. This sounds like a good theme song, so I just wrote something real quick.
And I was like, thank you.
Okay.
Why, thank you.
All right, so we've got 2 minutes to the end of the show.
Okay.
All right.
So, anything you want to say before we head out of here? You got 2 minutes.
Thank you for
Thank
your
you
support.
so much.
Yeah, thank you for all that you do. I know that you do a lot of stuff with and through Gwenny, so I know I have been a direct recipient.
So have
I
I.
want to just express my appreciation just for the level of support, that you've given to all indie artists. You do a lot.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
We do truly appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, you don't have to extend what you do beyond, Canadian artists. You don't. But you do.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to tell you, publicly that, that's not overlooked. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
That's it? You got nothing else to say before we get out of here?
I'm good.
All right. So this has been DJ Sessions. This has been the Virgo Lounge Takeover. Alicia Glover.
Hey.
Yeah.
Blaze. Gwenny. And Michael Chevalier.
Yes, yeah.
Hey. Are you going to play Be Optimistic as we go out? You only have
We
1
should,
minute.
But I won't.
Okay.
Oh.
But he
I will
won't.
not- I
The
will
way you
not-
turned
I
around.
will not play the Optimistic again until we work out what we're going to do next. Then we'll bring it back in preparation for what we're going to do next.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug.
Same.
Shameless plug. I just did that song with NSB 3 weeks ago.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. So with that being said, just for everybody to know that this is, that was, the Virgo Lounge was the last performance officially at iLive Soulfest Toronto. We are officially done. It's been a long journey. I'll talk about it more on my next show, but we'll be explaining some changes that are coming.
Okay.
To
All
iLive.
right.
So,
Yeah.
so good night. God bless. Up next, Lucia D.
All right.
Yeah.
She's over there where she is doing her show remotely. Good night, God bless, and thank you. This has been Soul Expression.
Deuces.
Hello and welcome to the promo for Always Digging. My name is Jeff Skull, aka DJ Scully Funk. Every Sunday afternoon, my partner Gary, aka DJ Gaza Taylor, and I choose a theme and play our favorite songs that fit that theme. Tune in right here every Sunday from noon to 2